Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thursday, November 14th, I think. And sun peeking through the haze and the clouds over there. About 6:30 in the morning. Very unusual. In 10 years in the Philippines, I've never seen this heavy haze, fog. It's not smog, and very likely coming from KANLAON VOLCANO over on Negros has been spewing out sulfur dioxide. Don't know what that guy's problem is. Somebody, probably somebody waiting to pick up their passenger, and the passenger is running late, probably. Anyway, yeah, the volcano has been for several days. I get an alert on my phone almost daily that KANLAON is spewing out some sulfur dioxide, a little bit of ash, and that, depending upon the wind, that can be from there. Also, we've had a very large volcanic eruption down in Indonesia. In fact, they have canceled flights in and out of Bali. So if you've got plans to go to Bali, they may be disrupted. I think Indonesia has over 100 active volcanoes, and about 6 of them regularly erupting. They get a lot more earthquakes and volcanic action than we do up here. And depending upon the winds, this might be partially from volcano down there. Do you all remember from the US and Europe, Iceland had a volcano go off decades ago, and I don't remember the date right off the top of my head. But enormous. Most of the flights, they could not fly from northeast U.S. over to Europe. They had to take a very circuitous route to get over there because the ash up there, that very fine volcanic ash gets does major damage to these aircraft engines, and so they're banned from flying through that for good reason. Might check out Geology Hub channel. He puts out a lot of information. In fact, he lists Taal volcano up in Batangas, just south of Manila, as potentially the most dangerous volcano in the world. It has recently spewed out a little bit of ash, I believe, also sulfur dioxide. And a few years ago, went off. Some of that ash even dropped into the Manila area, and I think he states that it's one of the most dangerous because of how close it is to the Manila area. And 13 million people living there, and the broader area, many millions more. And my phone, the other day I did a video with my phone out here, and it was about 13 minutes long, but it cut off at 4 minutes and something. A couple people commented. I think it was a hot morning, unlike today, which is very comfortable. And I think it overheated, my screen shut down, and my video shut down. And because it was so bright, I could not see my screen, so I wasn't even aware. I just kept on talking. Starting to hear the dogs. There's a dog that's locked behind the gate, right down in that area, somewhere down in that area. And he usually starts barking. Shortly, he will start barking for a few hours. When he's done barking, there's one on the other side, my bedroom side. He'll start barking. I've got my office in the bedroom, and the one or two over there will bark off and on for much of the afternoon. The roosters don't bother me that much, interestingly. The dogs bother me more than the roosters. The loud motorbikes bother me the most. They'll wake you up in the middle of the night, and I'm 20 floors up. I could be 40 floors up, and you would still hear the some of the dogs, some of the if a bar had loud music and the loud motorbikes. Noise control was my business in the USA for many years, and noise, sound is energy. It's line of sight. And sometimes the lower couple of floors are quieter because you've got so many buildings in between you and the noise source. Could be you can get reflected noise. I had that happen when I lived up by IT Park. God, I had some really loud noise coming in through my balcony doors, and I looked all over. I went outside and went down to the lobby. I couldn't hear it down there. And I asked the people, where's the noise coming from? And they pointed over at, gosh, what was it called? Metro Hotel, I think. Metro Hotel and Condominiums. And it was on the opposite side of the building, so it was reflected. It was reflected off of a building in IT Park and into my building. A little bit, not sure if that's is that a ship putting out all that smoke? Yeah, it is. Ship or ferry down there. Putting the pedal to the metal, kicking in those propellers, I guess. Yeah, a little bit of high clouds. We've had like in the past couple of weeks and going forward a week and a half, week or so, we've got 4 either severe tropical storms that didn't quite turn into typhoons, or typhoons that are affecting the northern Luzon Island. And they're just kind of clipping the northern Luzon Island, but they're dumping a lot of rain in that area. One of my subscribers commented that, it's just crazy up here with all the rain and the flooding, landslides shutting down roads, ferries and planes being canceled, school classes being canceled, businesses being canceled, shut down. A week and a half ago, was very, very large, and still it hit Luzon, but we were affected. The outer bands were giving us a lot of above average winds for several days down here in Cebu, hundreds of kilometers away. and the occasional rain shower would come through. We never did have really heavy rain for a long period of time, and some of you mentioned, I've got a little bit of a cold here, but getting better, taking larger doses of D3 and C and zinc and a couple of other things. Anyway, got things going on here. You know, when I first came, 2015 August, there was some haze in the air, and I've told this story before, but I said it's smoke. It's smoke from Indonesia, from the burning in Indonesia, and the experts. In fact, I just looked up those news stories recently. Said no, it's too Indonesia, Borneo. They're too far away. That's not the smoke. It's just some atmospheric event. We have to do our tests of the air, and I said no. It's from Indonesia. And like a week later, they said, Rod is right. It's the smoke from Indonesia. And just like these, they had a huge volcanic eruption in Russia here just recently also, and very likely that ash is going to get into the stratosphere, and when it gets into the stratosphere, it goes around the world, not just in the area, not just in Asia, it goes around the world, and up in the eastern part of Russia. And just like the one down in Indonesia, I'm not sure if that's gone that high, but it could go around the world, can cool the Earth's temperature. Pinatubo up in Luzon, Philippines, when it went off, I forget the date, it was 91. Cooled the Earth's temperatures a bit, and we're kind of in a slow period. Have been in a slow period for a number of volcanic eruptions, and perhaps we're going back into for many decades now. We've been in a slow period for volcanic eruptions. Maybe we're going into the high event volcanic era again. But yeah, as I was saying, when I came in 2015, I was going to go climb some mountains, hiking some mountains, and got Osmeña Peak down here, the highest mountain in Cebu. But it was hazy, not nearly this hazy. But I thought, no, I want a clear day to go down there. I want to be a clear day, and I waited, and it persisted a long time, so. Anyway, Philippines has a lot to offer. Great place, great people. Got its challenges just like any place in the world. More ferries coming and going out there. They do all day long. Big ferry port right down in that area down there. Passenger ferries, freight ferries. Anyway, that's it for now. Take care, safe travels, and I'll see you next time.